What's going on, everyone? In today's video, I'm going to show you 5 Christmas books. I'm going to show you 5 Halloween books that I'm flipping this Halloween. So a lot of you know high school textbook season, college textbook season is winding down. It's coming to an end. And I had my best August ever. I did just over $51,000. I'm honestly just shocked at how well textbook season did. I also sold non-textbooks in that time as well. But kind of the next question is like, what do you do after textbook season? Like, are there any other selling seasons? And there definitely are. There's Halloween, there's Thanksgiving, and there's Christmas. Now, I've been preparing for Christmas for a while now. I've been buying books as early as May and March. And if you want to know about buying Christmas books, check out this video with Victor Gallegos. This is part 1 and also part 2. But the next closest season is Halloween. I want to show you some of the books that I'll be buying, just 5 of them. There's a lot more than just those 5, but I want to show you 5 that I'm buying. Not sure if you can pick up all of them because time has passed. You might be able to pick up some of them, but yeah, let's just head to my screen and we'll see what we got. All right, everybody. So the first book that we have is Too Many Pumpkins. You can see that obviously this is probably about Halloween because who else would want this pumpkin book if not for Halloween? So one thing what we do is analyze the Keepa chart, and what we're going to do here is try to find Keepa graphs that always see a spike right around September and October because that's when the selling season is. And then ideally we'd also have that same book bottom out at a really, really cheap price in the off season. So you can kind of see the stereotypical up and down movement right around September, October. And what's fascinating about this book is you can actually see in the previous Halloween season, this book basically went out of stock before it was even October. On September 26th, the used offer count went from basically 1 to 0, 2 to 0 here. You can see how this black line, which represents the lowest used price, you can see how it's not continuous throughout. So basically, nobody was on this listing when, a month before Halloween. You can see that people did come back in stock and they're basically just automatically sold out. And it makes sense, right? Because this book had a lot of demand. There's literally no supply for this book. And so this is what makes me think, okay, well, if this last season specifically, this book did really well, I think it's going to do really well this year again. If we scroll down here, down to the product details page, this came out in 1996. This book is basically 2 years younger than I am. So I think this is a book that's going to continue to perform well. Now, can you pick it up right now? It looks like you probably can. I mean, there's actually a lot of sales ring drops right around $22, which is crazy. It's only August. It's not even end of September yet. And you can see it's buy boxing for as high as $29. But this is something definitely that you could track in the next season and pick up a copy on eBay. Actually, there is a copy for $5.19. And it's in good condition. There's one more available. So if you're the first person to watch this, go pick that up. I think this is going to be an absolutely great book this season. And unfortunately, it looks like there's only one left. But I'll leave that for you. And usually these videos get edited pretty quickly. So hopefully that's still there. And just want to, let everyone know that I'm not really that concerned about sharing these books with people, even though I have, 1,800 subscribers. I just know that even if I share this, a lot of people aren't going to buy it. But then also, if we look at the last season, this was out of stock late September. So even if, 10 people do buy this book, there's only one copy for this book left available. But let's say 10 more people, 15, even 20 more people bought this. I think this is a book that had so much more demand than there was in stock quantity that we would all have been fine anyway. So, this is a book that even right now is kind of crazily selling for $22. But that's the first book I'll be flipping. Let's go on to the second book. Book number 2 is Mommy, Why Don't We Celebrate Halloween? I was able to pick up a number of copies of this book for $4 on eBay. You can actually buy a couple copies for a little bit more expensive, right around $7. But we scroll down the Keepa chart on this one. Again, we're kind of looking for that same stereotypical, sort of roller coaster looking pattern. And you can see this last October was pretty good. You can see right around mid-September, offer count started decreasing pretty significantly. And then by mid-October, this price was up to about $12.99, got up to about $22, and multiple sales ring drops as well. The previous year, you can see that this got up to $26. And what's kind of really cool about this book this season is that you actually notice that the new price, the third-party news sellers, actually have been out of stock since May. So obviously someone can come back in stock with new condition, but if someone doesn't come back in stock in new condition, that might mean there might be a little bit more room for the used prices to climb up a little bit. And another really great side of this book is you can actually see already how the used offer count is starting to dive down. So this is a book that I also think is going to perform well. And feel free to pick up a copy or two if there's one available. So it looks like like you can pick it up for $7.56 over here on eBay, or maybe $6.50 is the cheapest. And there's also, some sellers willing to give 10% off 4+ items. So you can maybe bundle some other Halloween books, some other Christmas books, and you can find those as well. All right, so the next book that we're going to flip is called Scaredy Squirrel Prepares for Halloween. If we scroll down here, the cube chart, again, same sort of pattern, looking for that hump in September, October. What's fascinating about this book is Amazon was selling this book new right around 14 to 15. And even when Amazon was selling it new, like the used price of this book would definitely jump up during Halloween. And you can see how crazy that sales rank is, that U-shaped pattern when it's Halloween. So that's still continued. Definitely not as popular, not selling as much, but still selling for some great money. You can see in the previous season, this was selling mid-September for $30, which is crazy. And then in October, even the sales rank dropped as high as 55. So I think this is a book that also is going to do well, and feel free to pick up a copy or two. Yeah. All right, the fourth book that we're going to look at is called The Hellbound Heart. And I picked this up for, I believe, $15. So if we look at this book, kind of a little harder to read here, but one thing that I did notice about this book is this last September, October, the offer count just took a dive. It went from 14 down to 1, down to 0. So this is something that I think has something to do with Halloween, and maybe we can come in here and read. So it's about terrors, and yeah, this is a book that I think has something to do with Halloween. I don't know, but the point is this is a book that I think will do really well, just considering what I'd seen in the past. If we look at the previous October before that, you can see also this went out of stock in October. Sales rank dropped as high as 100. So I think this is a book that's going to perform very well. I'm not sure what you could pick this up for. It looks like it recently has gone up in price, and I think all the eBay prices are a little bit high right now. But again, this is something that you could track with this track product feature up here. I think if you could get in this book anywhere for $15 free shipping, that'd be a good deal. So if you maybe come here and put 15, but tracking for 10 years, update tracking, then I have mine tracking for 8. So if it ever gets below 8, I'm just gonna buy, because that'd be a crazy deal. But I think if you could pick this book below 15, all in shipped, I think you would do well. But again, you'd have to get it in pretty soon here, because people are going to be wanting this pretty soon. All right, so the last book that we're going to look at is a book called I Love Halloween Ultimate Twisted Edition. This is a book that is not really going to have that stereotypical bottom out in the off season, get super high during the can't even speak, during the Halloween season. But this is a book that actually just carries value around, but this is something you'd want to set a tracker for really cheap prices. Like when this book got down $12.49, you'd want to have set a track that. Actually, just recently, this book was listed for right around $12, and that's probably when I bought it. Also, would have been a good deal. But this is something that come October has sold in the past for $60. You can see in the previous season, people were asking as high as $90, but we're having sales in the $40 to $50 range. So again, if you could pick up this book somewhat cheaply, I think it'll do well. And look at that used offer count. Basically, it's always just been going down, and it's been going up and down, but overall the trend is going downward. Right now there's not very many offers left on the listing. There's only one for $59, and so I think I'm going to be able to come in there and pretty easily probably get like $40 to $50 for it. I believe I did spend about $20 for it, but I think that definitely could do well considering the season. All right, everyone, that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Those are 5 of the many Halloween books that I'll be flipping this Halloween. If you want some Christmas books, I teamed up with my buddy Victor Gallegos to build an awesome list of 250 replans that we're going to be selling for years, literally decades into the future, as long as we both are able to sell. So if you want to check that out, feel free to look at that in the description, and obviously watch the videos with Victor Gallegos, because he's the seasonal book online arbitrage king. So that's all I have for you today. Hope you really enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.